Hi, it's NP Kami. Welcome to my channel, caring for the whole you, body, mind, and soul. What are we going to talk about today? Today, I want to talk to you about my journey on becoming a family nurse practitioner. Let's go way back, okay? This dream began when I was a toddler, and it didn't quite look this way, but God has a sense of humor. I had always wanted to be a doctor. Growing up, you'd ask me, what do you want to be? I want to be a doctor. But it was more the reason why I wanted to become a doctor. I enjoyed learning about the human body. I enjoyed helping people to feel better about themselves, and if they're not well, I want to do something that would make them feel better or cheer them up. So that was the underlying reason for that dream. Let's fast forward, right? Sometimes when you're dreaming of something, we get what is called detours. A detour can be you get ill or just life happening. Financial struggles can be that you get married, start having kids, can be a death in the family, or the main breadwinner. Stuff just throws you off. But don't worry. Keep the faith, keep focus, keep that little dream. Sometimes it's enough to help you push towards your passion and your purpose. What was my life detour? Well, then I got married, I started having kids, and yeah. So, let's continue the story. Back in high school, like many teenagers, not sure exactly what she wanted to do in life. Yes, remember I told the dream to be a doctor? So, if you want to be a doctor, then there are certain subject areas that you have to focus on in your examinations, such as chemistry, physics, mathematics. And if you are growing up in Jamaica like myself, you have what is called A-levels, which you also tend to focus on the sciences. Well, life happened to me, and I did not get my chemistry and physics, although I was like one of the top students performing well throughout the school in those areas. Anyhow, I decided, okay, let's switch major. Let's me concentrate on doing some business. I was also good at that. I did well. I passed all my A-levels. Now it was time to decide, college, what are you going to study? So I applied to one university for marketing, the other university for economics, and then a friend said, oh, I'm applying to nursing school. I'm like, where? She told me the university. I had no interest in going to that university, that Adventist university. At that time, I was not a Seventh-day Adventist Christian. But I followed her. I sent in an application. I'm like, Lord, whichever university accepts me first, that's where I'll go. Because right now, it's like 3 different things, right? So, the Lord would have it that NCU, Northern Caribbean University, nursing program called me and accepted me first. The following week, I got my subsequent admissions to the other universities as well. But remember my plan, my deal with the Lord, whatever you want me to. Anyways, started the nursing program and fell in love with nursing. And then I remembered my dream. You know, you always wanted to become a doctor. So you're not quite a doctor, but you're helping people. Remember the underlying reason for the dream of helping people? So yes, that's how I ended up in nursing. Life happened again, got married, started having kids, and just enjoyed my nursing career really. Then it was time. Boom. I wanted to do more. So I decided, well, I love teaching, and everyone always told me you're great at teaching. So how do I combine nursing and teaching? Yes, do a master's in education, nursing education. So I applied, was accepted, then an opportunity came up for me to migrate to Canada. I said, Lord, school, Canada. At the time, I chose Canada because it would have been more beneficial for my family and I, rather than going back to school at that time. So school got shoved again under the carpet. Went to Canada, and then the opportunity came up because I had signed up with the agency to come to America to work. And by the time I was getting ready or getting settled in Canada, they called to say, it's now your time for you to come to America. Your paperwork, your filing has come through. Anyways, life happened and I decided to study in America. Lo and behold, what would you think I would study? Yes, I decided that I was going to be a nurse practitioner. What was my dream again as a child? To be a medical doctor. Still, I'm not a medical doctor as a family nurse practitioner. But within that role, I get to do similar stuff. I get to, develop a bond with my patient. I get to assess my patient, get a thorough history. I get to diagnose them with their medical condition, and I get to treat them medically as well as do diagnostic testings, etc. And as a nurse practitioner, you are expected as well to educate your clients. So that is how things come full circle. One, my dream was to help persons get better in the medical field. I ended up in the medical field. I ended up being able to make positive changes in my patient's life. And I still get to teach. So that is how my journey as a nurse practitioner was born, and I am loving it. I can remember, 2 patients, and that just made my name. There are many, many others, but for the interest of time, I'll say 2 that confirmed that my passion and purpose was truly ordained. I had this patient, for HIPAA purposes, I can't disclose any demographics, but anyways, I had this beautiful patient, and she was really struggling with her health and controlling her blood pressure and her diabetes. But I was able to develop that therapeutic bond with her, and she became so motivated. She told me, all providers should be like you. You have encouraged me to take control of my health, and I'm motivated and I want to take control of my health. She says, for years, I dreaded coming to the doctor. I did not want to go. But because of you, I look forward to coming to my doctor's visit. I'm motivated to make the changes that you're suggesting and to take better care of my health. And I thank you so much for it. That truly made my day. The pay? No. Accolades from my bosses? No. That made my day. Another patient, again, she too, young, struggling with diabetes. Her hemoglobin A1C was like 12 point something. If you don't know about diabetes, your hemoglobin A1C should be 7 or less for it to be controlled. And when I met her, she was there. She was so ready to give up. She's like, I cannot do this anymore. I don't like the fact that I have diabetes. I just cannot manage. I just cannot get this thing under control. And I was able to meet her where she was. And I was able to talk with her, encourage her, pray with her, and let her know, help her to find the purpose again, why she should want to care for her health. And it took months of trying. A wise doctor told me, endocrinologist, she's like, no treatment that you're going to prescribe is going to help this patient until you connect with her and the patient in turn wants to change. And she was so right. And fast forward to 5 months later, she called me. She couldn't wait to talk with me. She's like, Camellia, you're not going to believe this. I'm like, what is it? Because she had other health issues, so I thought she was going to tell me about that. She says, my hemoglobin A1C, you're not going to believe it. It is 7.9. I was over the moon with her. I was so happy. But it's women like this that reminds me of my purpose and why I love being a nurse practitioner, and I wouldn't have it any other way. My nursing career prepared me and is a great foundation because we look at things differently. But that's my little journey, and I hope that you will follow for more. See you on the next video.